Hey there, weird ass black sheep. How are you? Are you amazing? Oh, I see. Some of you are lost. But you are not lost. You are in the right place at the right time for possibly all the wrong reasons. But that is okay because I know where you are. And I know how you got here. You were being weird somewhere in Bizarre World and they kicked you out. And on your way of running away from Bizarre World, you ran right past the Twilight Zone, right into a fork in the
I
road.
love it. You guys are so great.
Then you took the ride and rolled right into the most offensive church this side of the universe, the party bin. We cut for you. Yeah. Hey, but do not worry. Come and have a seat. I have everything you need for whatever time it is where you are. I have cannabis, cigarettes, coffee, chairs with your name on it, cat beds, and canine space. So come and get comfy. It'll be great. Welcome. Haha, welcome. So, where we left off, Moses was going over rules and shit he's already went over, their history that they lived through, and they should know because there is literally nothing else to talk about. So Moses, knowing he's about to die, just keeps dragging it on and on and on and on. But luckily for us, this is almost over. And then we get to finally start getting to the good part. So, hi Neil, welcome. Hi, welcome. So, we are on chapter 31, and I believe there's 34 chapters, and we are on 31. So, Let's see how far we can get through this today. It'll be so great. So I was gonna wait for people to come in, but it's just Neil and I right at this moment. Neil, what are you drinking and smoking? Because we went to Michigan this morning and Dustin got us a surprise. He got us pre-rolls for the party pen. So I have a pre-roll. It's called Mendo Punch. 1 gram pre-roll. 29% THC. So this is it. Oh, that don't smell bad. Anyway, what do you have? And I'm not lighting this joint up before I read this Bible. And I'm drinking on, well, I thought I was drinking on Pepsi. But, oh, yeah, it's right here. I'm drinking on Pepsi. So, what we're reading today, it says, Then Moses went and spoke these words to all the vampires, and he said, I am 120 years old today. And he was 80 when he started. So, 80, 90, 100. So, they've been 80, 90 is 10, and 90 to 100 is 20. So, they've been walking for 42 years. So, they spent 2 years wandering in the first place, leaving from Egypt, and then they got punished with the 40 years. Okay, that makes sense. I can no longer go out and come in. Also, the Lord has said to me, You will not cross over this Jordan. The Lord your God himself crosses over before you. He will destroy these nations from before you, and you shall dispossess them. Joshua himself crosses over before you. Okay, Ricky. You're drinking beer. You're drinking beer. Oh, beer's no bueno. Actually, you know what? I prefer beer over liquor, although I am a sucker for some rum. Like, they make rum here in Ohio, and it's amazing. It's vanilla rum. It's beautiful. Okay, anyway. Joshua will go, and you, just as the Lord said, and the Lord will do to them as he did to Sihon and Og, and their land when he destroyed them. The Lord will give them over to you, that you may do to them according to every commandment which I have commanded you. Be strong and of good courage. Do not fear nor be afraid. For the Lord your God, he is the one who goes with you. He will not leave you nor forsake you. Yeah, rum is good. We didn't share this anywhere. Oops. I should have shared this places. Hi, child. Don't snarl at me. Okay. So, we gotta share this. I don't know why I just don't do this ahead of time. But I want everything to go perfect, and it's always gets fucked up right at the end. Oh, you shared it, Ricky. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So, anyway, Joshua's going, and the Lord, and do every commandment. Okay. Be strong. He is the one, he will not forsake you. Okay. Then Moses called Joshua and said, in the sight of all the vampires, be strong and of good courage, for you must go with this people to the land which the Lord has sworn their fathers to give them, and you shall cause them to inherit it. And the Lord, he is the one who goes before you. He will be with you. He will not leave nor forsake you. Do not fear nor be dismayed. So Moses wrote this law and delivered it to the priests, the sons of Levi, who bore the ark of the covenant on God's suitcase chair. That's God's suitcase chair, the ark. And to all the elders. And Moses commanded them, saying, at the end of every 7 years, at the Feast of Tabernacles, okay, you shall. Okay. So, at the end of every 7 years, at the appointed time, in the year of release, at the Feast of Tabernacles, when everybody comes to appear in the place he chose, you shall read this law before all the vampires in their hearing. Gather the people together, men, women, little ones, and the stranger, that they may hear and they may learn to fear God and carefully observe all the words of this law. And their children who have not known it may hear and learn to fear God. Then the Lord said to Moses, God voice, oh, where are the girls? Where's CNA Productions? They wanted God voice so bad, and they're not even here. Oh, this is something. They're gonna be so depressed. I'm gonna say something in chat. Come get God voice. Oh, of course not. There you go. Here we go. God voice.
Behold, the days approach when you must die. Call Joshua and present yourselves in the meeting house, that I may inaugurate him. Yeah, Moses, come on. You're taking too long. Look, you're taking too long. Okay. Yay. Okay. Do you know how to get hold of CNA Productions or I think that's the only one that I ever saw you talking to. Like you know him. So I don't know. But anyway, they love God voice. Those 7 great ass people.
So, Moses and Joshua went and presented themselves at the meeting house. Now, the Lord appeared at the church in a pillar and a cloud, and a pillar of cloud stood above the door. And the Lord said to Moses, well, on my soundboard, that's the closest thing to God voice I could get. And plus, God's really scary. He wants everybody to be afraid, even though he's a giant marshmallow. Okay, that's fine. Roger that, sir. I appreciate it. But anyway, on my soundboard, that's the closest thing I got.
Okay. So, and the Lord said to Moses, behold, you will rest with your fathers, and this people will rise and play the harlot with the gods of foreigners, where they go to be among them. And they will forsake me and break my covenant. And then my anger shall be aroused against them in that day, and I will forsake them, and I will hide my face from them, and they shall be devoured. And many evils and troubles shall befall them. So they will say in that day, have not these evils come upon us because God is not among us? Yeah, that's an Ozzy Osbourne song. God is dead. Yeah, that's Ozzy Osbourne or Black Sabbath. Either way, it's Ozzy. Ozzy sings that song. Okay. And I will surely hide my face in that day, because all the evil which they have done, and they have turned to other gods. Now, therefore, write this down. Take a little note to remind these people I am the goat. Tell yourself I am the Lord God. Write this down. Godarati, save your roses. I'm such a good singer. Godarati. Yeah, it's a good time. Anyway, anyway, that's not what God said. God said, Write this down, this song for yourselves, and, and teach it to the vampires. Put it in their mouths, that this song may be a witness for me against these vampires. When I brought them to the land flowing with water and gasoline, of which I swore to their fathers, and they have eaten and filled themselves and grown fat, then they will turn to other gods and serve them, and they will provoke me and break my covenant. Then it shall be, many evils and troubles have come upon them, that this stone will testify against them as a witness. For for it will not be forgotten in the mouths of their descendants, for I know that the inclination of their behavior today, even before I have brought them to the land that I have given them, the reputation precedes them for sure. Hi, Miss Mud Dog. It's God voice. You missed it. Hopefully you go back and Godarati made a song. Yeah. Godarati made a song. Okay. Therefore, Moses wrote this song that same day and taught it to the vampires. Then he inaugurated Joshua and said, be strong and of good courage, for you shall bring the vampires to the land I swore to them, and I will be with you. Yes. Hey, Debs. Welcome. It's God voice. Now we're just missing CNA Productions. Yeah. Hi, Kelso. What are they? I have no idea. They're probably supers. Are they mine? I don't take. Okay. Nothing. I love you, Kelso. Okay, Nikki. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So it was when. Oh, oops.
Oops. Okay. I know what I'm doing. We're done with God voice. Okay. Okay. So it was when Moses had completed writing the words of this law. They were finished. Moses commanded the Levites who bore God's suitcase chair, saying, take this book of the law and put it besides the ark, God's suitcase chair. So God wants his journal right on the arm of his chair so he can get to it anytime. So then, like, when y'all are fucking around, he can look at the rules. He wants it right there. Thank you. I don't know how you're going to make it stick, but you better figure it out. Because it's got to be on the arm of the suitcase chair. Like, right there. Then he inaugurated. Okay. So it was, okay. Put it beside. Okay. So it may be there as a witness against you. For I know your rebellion and your stiff neck like a whore that ain't get paid. If today, while I am yet alive with you, you have been rebellious against the Lord, then how much more after my death? Gather to me all the elders and your officers that I may speak these words in their hearing, and call heaven and earth to witness against them. For I know after my death you will become utterly corrupt and turn aside from the way which I have commanded you, and evil will befall you in the latter days, because you will do evil in the sight of the Lord, to provoke him to anger through the work of your hands. Then Moses spoke in the hearing of. So Moses spoke in the hearing of the assembly the words of this song until they were ended. Really? 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 Do you guys want to hear the song or no? Because I'm not singing it. Maybe I can read it in God voice. Oh, I think there's a drive-by on my street. There was one last year at the house down the street. I hope they're okay. Oh man, I don't want to read this song. Okay, I'm doing it in God voice.
Give ear, O heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth. Let my teachings drop as the rain. My speech distill as the dew, as raindrops on the tender herb, and the showers on the grass. For I proclaim the name of the Lord. That's my name. God, Roddy. I'm done. I don't. This song again.
Ah, man. Do we really need to read this song? This is so much. Hold on. Half page, 1.5 pages, 2.5 pages, 3.5 pages, 4 pages. I'm not reading this song. It's 4 pages. It's Deuteronomy chapter 32. But actually it ends, it's 3.5 pages. And then it says, so Moses came with Joshua, our sexy gladiator, and spoke all the words of this song in the hearing of all the people. And when Moses finished And he said to them, set your hearts on the words which I testify, which you shall command your children to be careful and observe all the words of this law. For it is not a futile thing for you, because it is your life. And this word you shall prolong your days in the land which you cross over to possess. Then the Lord spoke to Moses and said,
I finally get to talk. Man, I feel like the genie from Aladdin. I'm free. Yeah, man, finally get to talk. I almost feel like my mouth don't work. That's how long you've been talking, Moses. My mouth got sore. Go up this mountain of Abraham, Mount Nebo, which is in the land of Moab, across from Jericho. View the land of Canaan, which I have given to the vampires as a possession, and die on the mountain which you ascend, and be gathered to your people, just as Aaron died on Mount Hor. Because you trespassed against me among the vampires at the water of Meribah and Kadesh, in the wilderness of Zin, because you did not hallow me in the midst of the vampires, yet you shall see the land, though you shall not go there. Dun, dun, dun. So, now, that was chapter 32. Cramps.
drink a glass of water. If you have cramps, drink a glass of water. It helps slightly, but drink a glass of water and it'll give you enough less cramp pain to go find some ibuprofen. Yep. You wouldn't think that, but water, your blood is water. So just add more water to it. That's how I think, anyways, it works for me. Okay. We're going on to chapter 33. But real quick, what do you guys think so far? Moses is about to go get it. Do you think finally, because he shut the fuck up? Oh, uh-oh. Okay. Sorry. My other camera's going ape shit for no real reason. Oh, yeah. I Okay, Debs, I don't know why I didn't read that right. I thought that said heart, so I was like, I don't know. I thought that said the only thing that works for cramps is heart. Mm, yeah. How does it end? Uh, all about God providing forgiveness to his people in the land. Dun dun dun. Damn, a lot of people quit watching because they skipped that song. Sucks for them. They should go read it. And then they could be like, oh my god, this is like fucking 3 pages of the same thing. But are you talking about how the book ends? Well, we'll find out in one more chapter. Just let me smoke this cigarette. Wait, is this? Oh my god. Oh my god, there's more stuff. All right. Let's just get this over with. Now, this is a blessing with which Moses, the man of God, blessed the vampires with before his death. And he said, yeah, I took my meds. My dad made me take them. Look, I took my meds before we went to Michigan this morning, and it made me so car sick. So if I take my medicine, I can't go on a car ride. It was terrible. Okay. So he said, the Lord came from Sinai and dawned on them. No, he came from the Chaldeans. Okay. Okay. The Lord came from Sinai and dawned on them from Seir. Oh, okay. Never mind. This is what happened in Exodus. So he's re-going over their history. Why? Why does he have to say this so many times? No one knows. He shone forth from Mount Paran, and he came with 10,000 saints. Again, that's not a God thing. Literally not a God thing. So where did that come from? No one knows because it's not a God thing. It's like an ancient God thing. Whatever. From his right hand came a fiery law from them. Yes, he loves the people. All his saints are in your hand. They sit down at your feet. Everyone receives your words. Moses commanded a law for us, a heritage of the congregation of Jacob. And he was king in Jeshurun, when the leaders of the people were gathered, all the tribes of the vampires together. Let Reuben live and not die, nor let his men be few. And this he said of Judah, hear, Lord, the voice of Judah, and bring him to his people. Let his hands be sufficient for him. May you be a help against his enemies. And of Levi, he said, let your Thummim and your Urim be with your Holy One. Be with your Holy One, whom you've tested at Massa, and with whom you contended at the water of Meribah, who says of his father and his mother. Oh my God. Why? Why are we reading this? Who knows? I have not seen them, nor did he acknowledge his brothers, or know his own children, for they have observed your word and kept your covenant. They shall teach Jacob your judgments and Israel your law. They shall put your incense before you, and a whole burnt sacrifice on your altar. Bless his substance, Lord, and accept the work of his hands. Strike the loins of those who rise against him, and of those who hate him that rise not again. Of Benjamin, he said, the beloved of the Lord shall dwell in safety by him, who shelters him all the day long, and shall dwell between his shoulders. And of Joseph, he said, this Manasseh, blessed of the Lord is his land, of the precious things of heaven with the dew, and keep the deep lying beneath, with the precious fruits of the sun, with the precious produce of the months, with the best of the ancient mountains, with the precious things of the everlasting hills, with the precious things of the earth and its fullness, and favor him who dwell in the bush. Let the blessing come on the head of Job, and on the crown of his head, of him who is separate from his brothers, his glory like a firstborn, and his horns like the horns of a wild ox. Together with them, he shall push the people to the ends of the earth. They are the tens of thousands of Ephraim, and they are the thousands of Manasseh. And Zebulun, he said, rejoice in your going out, and Issachar in your tents. They shall call the people to the mountain. There they shall offer sacrifices of righteousness, for they sparkle of the abundance of the seas and the treasures hidden in the sand. And of Gad he said, blessed is he who enlarges Gad. He dwells as a lion and tears the arm and the crown of his head. He provided the first part for himself because a lawgiver's portion is reserved there. And he came with the heads of the people. He administered justice to the Lord and his judgments with Israel. And of Dan, he said, Dan is a lion's whelp. He shall leap from Bashan. And Naphtali, he said, "O Naphtali, satisfied with favor and full of blessings of the Lord, possess the west and the south." And of Asher he said, "Asher is most blessed of sons. Let him be favored by his brothers, and let him dip his foot in oil. Your sandals shall be iron and bronze. As your day shows out, your strength be. There is none like the God of Jeshurun." What is a Jeshurun? Don't answer that. It's probably some other god. Why would they put that in here? I don't know. Who rides the heavens to help you, and his excellency on the clouds. The eternal God is your refuge, and underneath our everlasting arms. He will thrust out the enemy from before you, and will say, "Destroy." Then Israel shall dwell in safety, the mountain of Jacob alone, in a land of grain and new wine. His heavens shall also drop dew. Happy are you. Who is like you, a people saved by the Lord, the shield of your help, and the word of your and the sword of your majesty? Your enemies shall submit to you, and you shall tread down their high places. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so that was chapter 33. That means we have one chapter left. Yep. And Dustin's out there fidgeting with the raccoon. I can hear him. I don't know where I just put my weed. Okay. I lost it somewhere. Well. All right. One chapter left. So what do you guys think so far? It's a lot of shit, ain't it? Moses. God's like, "Moses, time to go." Moses like, "No, I got like 3 more days of shit." The raccoons are out there fighting. Dustin's like, "No, stop." Oh, okay. No, 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 no. Nothing. Okay. Well, we're going to chapter 34. Okay. When Moses went up from the plains of Moab to Mount Nebo to the top of Pisgah, which is across from Jericho, and the Lord showed him all the land of Gilead, as far as Dan, all of Naphtali, and of Ephraim, and Manasseh, all the land of Judah, as far west as the sea, the south, and the plain of the valley of Jericho, the city of palm trees as far as Zoar. Then the Lord said, "This is the land that I swore to Abe, Isaac, and Jake." Isn't it nice? Yes, they do that a lot. Okay. And I have caused you to see it with your eyes, but you're not going. So Moses, the servant of the Lord, died there in the land of Moab. And they buried him in a valley in the land of Moab, opposite Beth Peor. But no one knows his grave to this day. Moses was 120 years old when he died. His eyes were not dim, nor his natural vigor diminished. And the vampires wept for Moses 30 days. So the days of weeping and mourning for Moses ended. And now Joshua, our sexy gladiator, was full of the spirit of wisdom. Moses had laid his hands on him. So the vampires heeded him and did as the Lord commanded Moses. But since there has not arisen a prophet like Moses, whom the Lord knew face to face, and all the signs and wonders which the Lord sent him to do in Egypt before Pharaoh, before all his servants and all his land, and by all that mighty power and all the great terror which Moses performed in the sight of all the vampires. Yay, book's over. Cha-ching, we finished it. Yep, we finished it. So tomorrow we go to the book of Joshua. Yeah, it's gonna be so great. So, what are you guys thinking? Are you thinking thank God it's over? Yeah. Could you imagine somebody reading that at church? Oh my God. It would be like, nope, nope. That's the end of that book. It's not the end of Das Bible. That's just the end of Moses. Now we're going to Joshua. And then after that, I think we go into a guy called Samuel. And that's when the story starts for real. But I figure we got to go through all this. We got to know the whole thing. But we're getting to the good stuff. But a lot of this book, Joshua, I am going to skip because all it is mapping out shit that we don't really need to know. Who is he? Oh, let me tell you about Joshua. Joshua was, hold on, let me like, Joshua was Moses' right-hand man. God and Moses were having a meeting, and somebody asked Joshua to leave, and Josh said no. And God was like, okay. He's like the only one that told God no and got to live. Like, he was literally like, no. And they were like, okay. I guess Josh saw God to his face. Because Josh was everywhere Moses was, because he was Moses' bodyguard. That's who Josh is. And Josh is one brave ass mofo to tell God no to his face. Anybody else know who Josh is or really know anything about any of these characters so far? No, nobody. Yeah. The only reason I know is I've read this like 5 times. Actually, no, I've read it like 5 times. And Josh is my first favorite character, but we're coming up on my other favorite characters. Oh, well, Josh was Moses' right-hand man. Um, I always call him my sexy gladiator because you gotta be super ballsy to tell God no. And then you get to live. And God doesn't even say anything. It's just like, okay, I guess Josh is staying. He's a badass man. But there are there's not any character as cool as that. But there are other badass characters, and a couple of them are women. Actually, more than a few of them are women. And then we're coming up on a love story, which is one of my favorite stories in the Bible because it's a love story. It's about a chick named Ruth. The Bible has everything in it, even a naked zombie. Yeah, it's cool. Actually, there's a clothed zombie, a zombie with clothes on, and then a naked zombie. Bible has everything. Literally everything. Anybody else? Anything? Yes, no, no, no. Well, everybody quit talking. Mm. Well, I don't know. I wasn't going to start a new book. I also love you, Miss Muddy. Um, so what are we thinking about doing? It's 10:30. I threw their pizza out there. I thought you said, "Where's their pizza?" I, there's 2 babies? They left another baby raccoon here. Time delay with the chat. Did you hear that? The raccoons brought another baby. Does somebody please want to help me with my raccoon fund? That's 2 baby raccoons. That's going to take so much dog food because none of them know how to hunt. I've been feeding them all since they were babies because they just keep getting left here. It's like my house is a raccoon orphanage or something. I don't know what to do. I'm a something. I'm like the raccoon stepmom or something. It's in the description of my YouTube. It might be in the description of this video. Wait, let me see. Oh. Wait, I'll find it. Right. Hold on, I'll get it for you right now. Shit, show check. And it's right there. I'll be done in a few. Is that okay? Yeah. What Muddy said. But I think this link works, don't it? Oh, I'm doing something. So, wait, what am I doing in life? Okay. Oh, shit. Huh. That was terrible. Well, do you use PayPal? Yeah, whichever one works. I just figured I would put that because, you know, it said donate. Never used Cash App. It's pretty easy, actually. Cash App is actually really easy. Google Pay. I might have a Google Pay. Hold on. I don't know what a Google Pay is. Let me see. Um, I don't know what a Google Pay is, and I don't know if I have that. And it would take a lot of dead air, like for me to. I can just Google. Well, if this turns out to be a thing, you got to walk me through it. Is it Google Wallet? I don't want to save my. Is it a Google Wallet? I don't know. I don't have that. I'm pretty sure I don't have that because it says I have to install it, and I got too much saved on my phone. Wait, let me. Okay, Google Wallet. I have a. Yeah, okay. This is ran by PayPal. So are you sure you don't have a PayPal? I don't know. It's too complicated, this money thing. What is it? There's more babies? How many babies? I can't afford that many. Well, that's okay. That's okay. Where there's a will, there's a way. And and we'll feed the babies. For Okay. Did you guys hear that? We've been blessed with 4 babies. I'm a proud mom. Congratulate me, damn it, I'm a proud mom. Oh, man. Oy. Nobody. Yes, everybody. Mm, man. I need a cigar. I need, like, one of those, like, when men have a baby shower, they have a cigar party. I need a cigar party. Oh my god. I need a cigar. Yay! Oh, I don't know what honey hole means, but I am. Wait, is honey hole the same as a honey pot? Because, man, I wish I was clever enough to be a honey pot. Honey pots got it going on until they get caught up and then they get dead. But they do find pay dirt. But the sad thing is I'm poor enough that I'll actually use the money on dog food. Oh. But I wanted to try to buy some other kind of food. Or I mean, maybe some dog treats. So I could give them little treats because, well, I thought it was 1 baby and 5 adults, but it's 5 adults and 4 babies. But the lady across the street said raccoons don't live that long. Oh, yes, I am the honey hole. And I highly doubt any of these guys can hunt because they literally eat in my backyard. They got a whole little spot. Yeah, yeah, it should be. Just type in cat. See, I hate doing this. Okay. Type in Cash App and then it should give you the thing. Just type it in Google. Because I have the app, so it should be on Google Play. Huh. See, I wish Ricky was here. What does that say? Oh, it says 15 minutes to bedtime. I'm not going to bed in 15 minutes. Okay, Ricky. Are you coming back? Oh. I'm not sure. I don't know where you live. Well, do you got a PayPal? I hate this. Do you... Oh, another tornado watch? Oh, shit. Dagnammit indeed. Yeah. Because, Quebec. So do you have a PayPal? A PayPal, you should be able to. I don't know. Well, fuck it. It don't much matter. It don't much matter. Because it's a thought that counts. Or at least that's what I'm told anyway. So, Miss Muddy, are you excited about starting Joshua tomorrow? Oh God, boo. Um, is anybody excited to hear the story, Ruth? The story, Ruth, is a love story. It's about a man who does everything he can to get with this lady who slept at the bottom of his feet, which turns out to be his cousin. But they already knew that. Yeah, watch it because there's God invents a song and everything. Godarati, he has a concert. Yeah, because he got to sing and he got to talk. So exciting. God voice is the best. What are you drinking, Miss Muddy? Right. Take. Do you know what your Google Pay is called? Is it called something like 1 point or some kind of crap like that? Google Pay, right? I don't know why I'm doing this. No, there is no Google Pay. No, so tea with smart water and pickle juice. Is the pickle juice helping? Oh shit. Damn. That's a bummer. That's the universe saying no, you can't feed your raccoons. I'm just kidding. It's not. Um But if you have or get a PayPal, I also have a PayPal. I don't have a very lot of ways to send money or get money or whatever. Just the Cash App and PayPal, which I should find out what my PayPal share thing is, huh? Right. Yeah, but I was trying to do something, but it's not working. I'm gonna come out and see the babies. Okay. All right. I'm gonna come look. I'll be right back, guys. Hold on. I want to see the babies. Hold on. What? They are so little and they kind of hop. They don't really know how to use their hands. Man, they're so tiny. I love them. Anyway, I am going to go ahead and get off here. I want to go see the babies. So I want to thank you all for watching. I want to tell you, go give your pillow some head and your sheet some ass and have the sweetest dreams ever. Love you so much. Good night.